today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today because my dog has come between me and my girlfriend.
I gave PJ the ultimatum, or the dog or me.
I chose the dog.
I was so upset that she chose the dog over me.
Lawanda has a bad temper. You can't say anything to her without her ready to fight.
She said, when you threaten me, I'ma tase you.
I would like to continue our relationship.
I don't never want to see that dog again.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Peggy, PJ Jackson, and Lawanda Jackson. You two have been together for 5 years, but you do not want to be together anymore. There has been an interloper in your union. Ms. Jackson, I'm gonna call you, since you're both Ms. Jackson, I'm gonna call you PJ and you Lawanda. You okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
PJ, why don't you tell me what happened?
Well, it started with my dog, Duffy.
What kind of dog is Duffy?
Duffy is a 24-pound West Highland White Terrier.
Oh!
Yeah, that's
I'm a
Duffy.
dog person. That ain't cute. Very, very cute.
Okay, so we weren't living together, but I was living in Augusta. She was living in Atlanta. I decided to move from Augusta to Atlanta to be with her. And I told her before I moved that I wanted to get a dog. Mm-hmm. And she said, okay, you can have one dog. So about 6 months into, after we moved in together, 6 months in, I got Duffy. And ever since I brought him into the house, her whole attitude changed toward me. Every time the dog would move, like would get on the couch, she would throw things at the dog to make him get off the couch.
You throwing stuff at Duffy?
No, I didn't. PJ loved the dog more than she loved herself, you know. And she just went to the extreme with the dog. You know, the dog done start eating out of the plate that we eat out of. You watching the dog in the sink that I wash dishes out of. And it was just too much. She just went to the extreme with the dog.
But it was just your attitude, your whole attitude.
Tell me, what was her attitude towards the dog?
She's saying that I could get the dog, but when I brought the dog in, it was like, why did you bring this dog here? Well, that's what we agreed on. Mm-hmm. Okay, but she said, no, I didn't agree to that. You didn't tell me that you were going to get the dog then, because I didn't tell her that that day that I was going to get the dog. We were sleeping in the same room, but because of Duffy likes to get in the bed, she doesn't want him to get in the bed. Well,
sleep in the bed. That's right. Sleep in the bed.
So I moved out of the room to go.
He's not a human being. He's an animal.
Hold up, PJ. Yeah. You mean to tell me you got a dog, didn't quite tell her about it, and let the dog sleep in the bed, and she says, I don't want the dog in the bed. I talk about
there's too much going on. That's just too much.
You know what I mean? You know, if she don't want her in her personal space, you actually moved out to sleep with the dog as opposed to her.
And she know how I feel about the dog.
And don't you think that's a little deep?
It's a little deep, but it's just
she
that...
loved the dog. Just be honest. Tell the truth. You love the dog. Say it.
Yeah,
I love the dog.
Okay, but her attitude is what makes me not want to sleep in the same bed with her. How she treated me.
Yeah, because you want to put the dog in the middle.
Give me an example of what she's done. She's already said you wash the dog in the kitchen sink. She said that already. What else do you do?
If I go to work and I call her and I say, okay, can you just let the dog out for me? She's like, that's your dog, that's your responsibility. We're supposed to be partners in a relationship. But another thing with her is she has her things that she likes to do. She likes to go out, she likes to party, she likes to spend time with her friends and stuff.
Yes, I do.
And and my dog is my comfort. So her friends are her comfort, my dog is my comfort. So I enjoy being, and I don't see why do you want me to give up the dog?
Like animals, is that it?
I don't like animals, but I don't mistreat them. Mm-hmm. You know, I go along with it. Just like when she's at work, she call and say, you gonna take my dog out? I said, yeah, PJ, I take the dog. I goes in the room and open the door. I said, come on, Duffy, you want something to eat to go out? Duffy look at me like, I said, guess what? You wait on PJ to get home, because I'm not gonna do it. So when she come home, she said,
well, kind of like a dog doesn't understand if you say, hey, do you want to do this? You can say come, and they'll do that. You don't tell the dog to come. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. But this dog ain't like, he got normal sense. When I goes in there and I try to be nice. I say, hey, Duffy, you want to go out I said, you want to go out to use it?
He's scared of you. You keep throwing things at him. If you keep throwing things at him,
do you throw things at
Yes,
Duffy?
I throw my keys at him because I come home from work and he's on my couch in the window. And look like when I walk up, they open the door, look like the dog will jump down and take out run. He just laying like that, this PJ couch. And I say, and I throw something at him.
I think you're inferring a whole lot of attitude that the dog really doesn't have. I mean, like, dogs don't, I'm on this couch like it's my, no, a cat maybe. Cat will give you attitude, but not, dogs aren't like that.
Not only that, he brought a cat in the house. Tried to make me think I'm crazy. My blood pressure went up sky high.
So what happened when the dog brought the cat in the house?
No, the cat was in my bed. When I walked in the room and turned the light on, the cat was in my bed. I went to screaming and hollering, ran to PJ, a cat in the house, cat in the house. PJ looked at me, oh, ain't no cat in here, like I'm crazy. I know I saw a cat. I know what I saw. I saw that stray cat outside that be in everybody's yard.
In your bed.
We got into the argument about me feeding the cat out of the plate. I mean, the dog out of the plate. Right. And she had a frying pan. She was going to hit me with a frying pan.
When I pull up.
But we had it was a friend of ours in the house that took the frying pan from her, so she couldn't get
Well, tell about the taser.
Lawanda, did you threaten her with a frying pan because the dog was eating out of the plate?
Yeah, I threatened her with the frying pan because she had a taser. Every time we get into it, she walk around with the taser and say, I'm going to tase you.
You got a taser?
Yes, tell the truth. Tell her about the taser.
Threatening to tase people?
Well, okay, that's to keep her off of me. They call her Bull. Her nickname is Bull. Now, why do you think she has that nickname?
I do not know.
Because she likes to fight and raise hell. So when she gets mad...
Oh, like the Raging Bull, the movie.
Yeah, like a bull in
I like to race with you.
But where's all that anger coming from? So one thing...
Did you buy a taser specifically to get her off you?
I did.
So I told you, what I tell you, if you tase me and I go down, you better pray I don't get up.
Now, Lawanda, let's take a minute. Now, I think I understand what the problem is with the dog. I think we got a little anger issue over here.
Okay.
The taser, I do not think was a good resolution, but we'll skip that for right now. I understand, PJ, that Lawanda goes out a lot, she's partying, and you feel like that's happening too much. So I want to talk about that.
Why didn't you tell me all this before I moved from Augusta to Atlanta to be with you?
You loved me.
Okay, I love you.
You still love me?
Do you love me?
Do you love me?
But
look at me right now. Look at me right now. Look at me in my eyes and tell me you don't love me.
I'm talking to the judge right now.
No.
So, PJ, I understand that you say you made the ultimate sacrifice by going to move with her, but she's not affectionate and she's always partying with her friends. Why don't you tell me about that?
Okay. I'm the romantic type. Mm-hmm. I like to give back rubs. Don't even look like that.
Lawanda, hang on. Go ahead, PJ.
Give me a back rub. PJ, massage my feet. PJ this, PJ that. I try to accommodate her. On special occasions, I buy her gifts, jewelry, birthdays, Christmas. I'm over the top.
What does she do?
I might get a I love you every now and then. She's not affectionate at all. I don't feel that deep bond or affection that I feel like should be in our relationship. Mm-hmm. When I make special plans sometimes to go out, she forgets all about me. She goes out with her friends. Her friends, I don't believe, really care for me because we are in a gay relationship, and they feel like Lawanda. They ask. I know one particular person asked her, "Is that really what you want? Are you sure that's what you want?" And I think she's confused. Really, when we were together, was that really what you wanted? Was that really what she wanted?
Lawanda, you heard what she just said about the lack of affection, and she's concerned if this is really the kind of relationship you want to be in. What do you have to say about that?
I don't want to be in a relationship. No.
You what?
I want to come and go as I please. I'm getting up here in the clock just like you.
Well, why didn't you tell me that?
PJ, let her finish. Lawanda, go ahead. Tell me.
I'm here in the clock just like you. You're not taking care of me. You might be looking out for me, but you're not taking care of me because I'm getting up here in the clock just like you. I'm paying bills just like you. PJ want me all to herself. Just me. Nobody but me. And her relationship is boring. She likes to read. She likes to be on the computer, all in people's business. That's just not me. I don't care what they do.
So she's on social media, on Facebook,
exactly.
I'm on social media.
Baby.
Oh no! Don't you even go there, cause
I don't love nothing but Facebook.
That's
and
all
you know
stay
it.
on
A selfie here, a selfie there.
We could go out to eat here on Facebook.
Hang on. You say she's very controlling. She's always tracking you and tracing you. Give me some examples that would show me how controlling she really is.
Okay, a prime example: a tracker device on my phone.
She put one on there?
Yes, she put one on my phone.
How did you find out?
I went to Metro PCS, and they told me and showed it to me.
Did you put a tracking device on her phone, PJ?
I did.
Why did you do that?
Like I said, we have a, well, what I thought was a relationship. And she's staying out past 2 a.m. in the morning.
I'm grown.
Okay, but if we're in a relationship, where are you at after 2 a.m. in the morning?
Party.
3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. That's my point. That's exactly my point. So why?
Hey.
Why didn't you tell me all this before I moved from Augusta to Atlanta to be with you?
You loved me.
Okay, I love you.
You still love me?
Do you love me?
Do you love me?
But
look at me right now. Look at me right now. Look at me in my eyes and tell me you don't love me.
I'm talking to the judge right now.
No. The judge wants you to look at me. No.
I usually don't let that go on, but I enjoyed that one. PJ, I want to move on to the next topic, which you say you believe Lawanda has a drinking problem, and I want you to tell me how you believe that has impacted your relationship.
That they were at a red light, and they had been drinking, having a good time, and Lawanda insisted on driving home and fell asleep at the red light.
Lawanda, do you drink a little too much? Why do you think Lawanda has a drinking problem?
Okay, Lawanda would never admit this, but Lawanda has a drinking problem because I feel like when she goes out and she parties and she drinks excessively, and then she drives. Her aunt told me one time that they were at a red light, and they had been drinking, having a good time, and Lawanda insisted on driving home and fell asleep at the red light.
Lawanda, do you drink a little too much?
You know, it all depends on what it is, but I love margaritas. I wanted a margarita when we got off the plane. It ain't like I gotta have another one.
We're not talking about what you did last night. We're talking about throughout the entire
Yes, I like to drink and I like to party.
And you prioritize that over everything. Because I have a plan. I'm sorry. I have planned special occasions.
If I have a drinking problem, I need to drink 24/7.
I can't find her.
Well, no, that's not really true.
Back to the GPS tracker.
You don't have to be drunk 24/7 to have a drinking problem.
But some days I don't even drink, especially when I got to go to work. I don't drink. When I'm off, yes, I drink. I drink at home.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh. Well, maybe now you do.
Lawanda, why don't you tell me about the time you were out partying and she came and took the car, you didn't have a way home?
Oh, yes. She came and tell it all. It was her car.
Right.
And she had bought another truck. And I asked, can I use her car? She said yes. So I was over my auntie's house and I was washing clothes. And my auntie said, how did you get over here? I said, I drove PJ car. She said, there's no car here. You came in her yard and drove the car away. Drove the car, you don't know where you was. You drove the car away, and then you walked back to your truck. So I knew
PJ, why did you do that?
Because I wanted to keep my car intact, and I've told her 100 times, don't drive my car and drink. Don't do that.
So you were afraid that since she was with somebody in her family in your car, that she would be drinking in your car, so you went and got your car.
Exactly.
But the thing about it is, you buy me stuff to drink. So how's I'm drinking
at home? Because I want you to stay at home and drink. What do you need to go out, keep going out in the streets for drinking? And why do you keep drinking and driving? And see, that's dangerous. And you say, ask me why I put the GPS on your phone, so I don't know where you're at.
Now, Lawanda, you drink.
I didn't say you were.
I have judicially obligated. You can't be drinking and have those keys in your hand.
You're so right.
Because what happens is you get in an accident, you kill some woman and her daughter, and you get a hangnail because you're so loose and drunk in the car that nothing ever happens to you. You don't have that right to expose us to that kind of danger. None whatsoever. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am. You're right.
That ain't got nothing to do with controlling. That's illegal, immoral. It's just wrong on every level. and then some.
Okay.
So you guys are done with one another?
Yeah, we're cool.
You cool? Mm-hmm. Well, my understanding is,
friends.
PJ, you want $800 in outstanding bills, but Lawanda, you say she actually owes you $1,200.
Exactly.
So you're going to explain that to me, and I'll tell you how I will resolve that matter. Briefly, PJ, why do you believe that Lawanda owes you $800?
Because when she moved,
Yeah.
I came home one day and she was gone.
Right.
Our agreement was I pay the rent
Right.
and she takes care of the utilities.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when she left me holding the complete bag.
I see you reaching for something. Why don't you give that
Yeah.
to Joe? And so you think that she should at least pay the utilities for the first month when she left?
Yeah.
Or was it a month she was there?
Yeah, she was gone for about right at a month.
And didn't pay for that month that she was
She
living
didn't pay. Yeah, she hadn't.
And
she
you stayed in the house.
You were
Okay.
already behind in the utilities. Lawanda,
Okay,
when you
Lawanda,
left.
why don't you tell me why you believe she owes her $1,200, but you don't owe her anything?
First of all, the $1,200, she was living in Augusta. When I went and got her from Augusta and brought her to Atlanta, her car was messing up. Her transmission in her truck was going out. She knew that. So she kept telling me she'd been on Craigslist and she seen a car that she wanted. So I said, well, how much the car is? She said $1,200. She said, but I want to go check it out. We went over to the man's house and she test drove the car. She said, well, I like the car. I said, you sure? She told the man she wanted the car. So the man had my name and her name on the title. Mm-hmm. But when PJ got the car, my name was not on it.
Who paid for the car?
I paid cash money for the car. My mama had passed.
Did she pay cash money for the
Yes,
car?
I paid.
Yeah, she paid.
Okay, this is what we got, ladies. You know, first of all, I'd never recommend moving to be with somebody. You should live with somebody. You know what I'm saying? It usually doesn't work out. You have a relationship where you've lived together for a while or known each other a while before you get up and move your life, because it's different being in a house with somebody than it is in a long-distance relationship. That's number one. Number two, I love Duffy, and I'm glad Duffy loves you, and you got somebody to love now that Lawanda is gone.
Okay.
Number three, you guys were in it together. It was one household. You were putting in utilities. You were putting in rent. You were putting in utilities. You were putting in the money. So I'm not going to start giving money back and forth across. Let's call it a day. Let's call it even. Let's call it done. And everybody, you know, be glad that you loved one another. Be glad that it's over. You take Duffy and you take your freedom. There will be no recovery for either party, and this matter is adjourned.
I'm done with it. I'm done with the relationship. We friends. I'm concerned about how she doing because she's up here in Georgia by herself, no family members. So I be concerned about her, how she doing in her health and everything. But that's it.
I think Lawanda and I will be friends. We still have a lot in common. We still enjoy each other's company, but we just can't be lovers